The Lakers begin the game with the basketball. James to Ball. James to Ball. Here's a chance from long range. Horford with the rebound. Irving into the front court. He'll run the offense. Irving throws it up. Inside, he scores. He went down 5 minutes into his Celtics career. So how much of an evaluation period should Gordon Hayward get coming off a tough injury?
Well, with a potential franchise player, you always rather be safe than be sorry. And he needs to pay attention to his body more so than anybody. From a player who personally had a dislocation of the ankle, which is a bone bruise when I was trying to come back and play, that could take a couple of years to heal fully. So Gordon Hayward's ability to make sure that he feels that he trusts his body is the most important thing.
James, textbook defense. To Irving. Tatum. His first effort off the mark. James into the front court. Down 4. It's James. Now that's a contest.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
And scores. Nice footwork to get around the defender. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
And a pass stolen by Boston. Beyond the arc for 3. And the Lakers able to grab the rebound. LeBron with it up top. Down 6. JaVale McGee to James. Pushing inside the paint on that one. Veteran move right there.
Still blows my mind that this young man is 16 years in the NBA, has not had one bad injury, but more importantly, it's about the respect of the game. That's what LeBron James brings to the table when you think about basketball. You respect the game, you get the benefits.
It's James controlling the offense. JaVale McGee. To Jaylen Brown. Brown shot off iron, no good. LeBron into the front court. 8-2 our score. James. His first quarter struggles from deep continue. It's no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
On the follow. Way to stay with it. You look at Gordon Hayward. Who does he remind you of in the NBA?
Paul George, more so on the offensive end. He has the height and the size to shoot over smaller guards. Plus, I love the fact that he utilizes his body. How about in his 7 years with the Utah Jazz, he made $53 million. You're seeing his game really blossom, which is the reason why Danny Ainge signed him to that 4-year, $128 million deal.
Ball. To Caldwell Pope. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Hayward. Hayward with a shot, no good.
0-4 to start the game. Don't worry about that. You can make your next 6 shots and then be 6 of 10 from the field. That's 60%. That can get you $80 million.
Ball. Well, their first 3, and they're right back in it, within a possession in this first quarter.
Well, I don't want to live in the past, but if you got a couple of those to drop earlier, you could have had a nice lead. Now, we got a dogfight.
And the rebound taken down by Kuzma. Caldwell Pope to Ball. The pass set it all up.
Lonzo Ball is so different. There's something special about a player that can always deliver the ball on time and on target. Let me break that down for you. The on-time part means the ball isn't delivered 1 second too late or 1 second too early, but at the perfect time for you to go right into your shot or make a play. The on-target aspect means that the ball is either delivered right in the pocket for a shooter or for a big, it hits you right in the chest so you can go up for a slam. With his head constantly on a swivel, it's safe to say that Lonzo Ball is already an elite passer.
To Marcus Morris. Marcus Morris, strong finish. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
To Caldwell Pope. Kuzma. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
Driving right to the basket. He wants it at the rim and scores.
So good to see one of Jersey's finest, Kyrie Irving, back on the court and driving with no issues on that knee. He only played 60 games last year, and he missed the entire Celtics postseason run. You can only imagine what this team would have done if he were healthy and they had Gordon Hayward.
We played one here at TD Garden with the Celtics on top. Jay and I back to Boston. After this, you're tuned into the NBA on EA Sports. Jay, 1 quarter down. Both sides getting a feel for where this game is going.
Yeah, both teams have came out. They played with great energy, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they have to push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop. Caldwell Pope. Stuffs it down with authority.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Celtics have it. To Jaylen Brown. Screen coming. Rejected by McGee.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Rondo into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Jumper's good.
I wonder who we're going to see tonight. Playoff Rondo or that other guy? Because when he's on top of his game, there is no one better in terms of IQ and also vision. Unless the offense isn't clicking, expect to see him breaking down the D and ensuring everyone gets fed.
Beasley to Caldwell Pope. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Out of bounds, last touch by the Celtics. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Number 23, LeBron James. Into the game for the Celtics. Number 40,
Kuzma. And the finish at the rim. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame, 6'9". £265 with the agilities of a guard. He can blow by you. If he dips that shoulder, there's no way. There is nobody in the NBA that can guard that man one-on-one.
James, and stays cold from deep as he misses another one. It's no good. Ball's controlled by Boston. Knocked loose. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. It'll stay Celtic basketball. Runner here won't go down.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Rozier into the front court. Now down 6. He cruises in for 2. Too easy.
Scary Terry was born during the playoffs last year. He helped Boston achieve what many critics, including myself, thought was impossible without superstar teammates being healthy. He's a pit bull defensively, so quick laterally with a strong upper body frame and a great center of gravity. He plays with a ton of grit and determination, and that's just what you need in a depth guard who can answer the bell when called on.
Boston foul.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. The free throw, perfect. And the lead is up to 7. Irving with the basketball. Right now, down 7. To Irving. Oh, nice find for the basket. Kyrie Irving won a championship with Cleveland. He won a championship for Cleveland in that Game 7 at Golden State. How was he influenced as a player by that title?
Well, I thought he learned how to win at a really huge stage. But Kyrie's always been a leader of his own movement. At times, his voice may have been suppressed because of LeBron James, but there's no doubt about it. When you look at the young players on this roster, when they all rock Kyrie's, you know who the leader of the team is.
Irving. It's no good. Shots not going down.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Irving brings the ball up court. Full throttle right to the basket for the deuce. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Stuffs it down with authority. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Screen coming. It's Kuzma up to block the shot. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Hayward. Irving gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout. If he keeps playing like this, we all may believe that the earth is indeed flat.
And that's what you love about Kyrie. He's constantly probing. He's probing on the court by maintaining his dribble, and then also probing off the court with saying lines like the earth is flat. The fact that that was on the cover of every magazine, the headline of every social media title, goes to show you that Kyrie is great at hijacking your amygdala both on and off the court.
Kyrie with a shot no good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
A pass taken away by the Celtics. Hayward. Off the mark. No good. Gets off the 3. At the buzzer. That's it for the first half. The Lakers have the lead.
And I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The
Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Celtics have it. Inside, he scores.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Caldwell Pope. That's off the side of the rim, short. Kyrie across the timeline. His guys down 3. Irving. Here comes the screen. To Horford. Trying to cash in, and he hits.
This 11-year veteran has emerged as a uniquely stabilizing force for any team he plays on. He may not ever win a prize for his fiery oratory, but his steady demeanor is part of what makes him invaluable.
Here's Irving into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. Scores from the post.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that That's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first all-star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
Kyrie Irving for 2, gets a look, can't hit. Across the timeline comes James. They lead it, 4-point game. JaVale McGee to Ball. Nothing going here on that drive. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. To Marcus Smart. It goes down.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
James. To Caldwell Pope. Has a look. And he buries it.
If I just scored a bucket like that, oh, you can be sure we're running that play the next possession, the possession after that, and the possession after that. We call that exploitation time.
Irving. Shot by Kyrie, no good. To Kyle Kuzma. Nothing going here on that drive. Caldwell Pope. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. To Horford. And counted at the rim.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Into the front court, it's Irving. The deficit is 6. To Horford. No good. Defense catching a break there. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Irving into the front court. Trailing by 4. Irving knocks it down from mid-range. LeBron into the front court. Leads a bucket. Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
James, he's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
James, he engulfed him that time. Irving with the basketball. Game's all tied in the final minute here in the third. Here comes the screen. And the denial.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
To James. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Lonzo Ball with the rock. All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. Jumper's good. 3 quarters down. Scoreboard says it's all even. All even through 3 quarters. Who can pull away as we get started here in the 4th? Here's Rondo with it. Our score all even here in the 4th quarter. Deep right corner. Nothing going here on that drive. Nice pass to get things going.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, head jab him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Brown into the front court. Down 4. Hayward. Hayward unable to connect. Got it. Kyrie with the rock. To Hayward. 4-3. Offensive board. And a putback slam.
Jason Tatum finished 3rd amongst all rookies in Rookie of the Year voting. But I say to you this. I agree with what Jaylen Brown had to say. If it was a one-on-one battle, who you taking, Jason Tatum or Donovan Mitchell? Jason Tatum or Ben Simmons? I take JT every time.
Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
I don't want to use the word streaky, but Jason Tatum tends to score in bunches. Let me tell you how. He's one of the most effective players in the league and most efficient at catching the ball on the move. A lot of players waste time in stationary positions or overindulging in triple threat jabs, but not Jason. He catches the ball directly and goes, which means he's the ideal of smart, decisive basketball.
To James. Cashes in for 2. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the high. But still, I love the fact that he recognizes less is more now. LeBron James 2007, every play is a dunk. Now it just happens once in a while. Enjoy the greatness.
Down for McGee. Swings it to James. Going to launch beyond the arc. He was all over him.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Horford. From the painted area, won't go down. JaVale McGee to James. It's denied by Horford.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Boston with the basketball. To Marcus Morris. Lakers have it.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
JaVale McGee to Caldwell Pope. Rondo. Oh, they could have really used that one, but the shot's no good. Kyrie across the timeline. Down 6. Irving. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
These breakdowns happen because the team lacks communication. You have to point towards your man, keep that butt towards the baseline, and make sure you communicate through every screen.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. James to Ball. Celtics have it. Irving. And they call it.
His timing was a tad bit off.
That's his first personal foul.
Hayward. Irving. Trying for a 30-point night, but it's no good. Caldwell Pope to Kyle Kuzma. Here's James for two. LeBron shot, that's no good.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's the player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Hey, look, pretty dudes can mix it up once in a while too, I guess.
Now the Celtics going to use a timeout, but this game's in the balance, and time is of the essence. Hayward. Lakers come up with it. Lonzo with it. Up 6 to James. Ball. Working the outside. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Free throw is good. It's a 3-point play, and that just might put this game out of reach. Play is stopped. Timeout Boston. That's their second of the final 3 minutes. No more timeouts left the rest of the game. Hayward. Irving to Hayward. Boston with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. And scores on the step back. Unguardable Jay. The Lakers get the victory. They continue their unbeaten run. Red hot to start the season. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The Lakers edged out a close victory in today's game. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Celtics are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. The way they shot the ball was outstanding, but even still, it wasn't enough to get the result they wanted. More often than not, you're going to win games when you shoot the ball as well as they did here today. The Celtics got their score from the guys you're seeing here on screen.
Game track. Assists.
The teams in this matchup did a great job of moving the ball and keeping the game flowing. It was the sort of action fans love to see, and I definitely enjoyed it myself. The unselfish play made for a great game.
Player of the game.
LeBron James gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.
Who was cold?